Hello, this is Patrick. It's a nice, beautiful day today. I get to make a chicken coop. Today, like today, when you get up and look at the news, we can see that I don't think I live far enough out into the country. But Trump ordered an attack on Syria today, this morning. And I want to go back a year ago. You remember when they were all running for president? And I gave Trump the least propensity for war out of 20 candidates. And if John McCain were included, he would be the most warlike. All right. And so what I wanted to do was show you the change in consciousness about war, about the presidency Trump has gone through, and where he's going in the months ahead. All right. And in the White House, you have the hawks. In our political establishment, we have the hawks like John McCain, Rubio, Graham. They just want to go destroy the world. They just can't get enough blood. And the Democratic Party is all war too. They are the hawks. And then plus that wing of the Republican Party that is McCain and Rubio and things like that. Whatever. And they represent. Now in the White House, I would say Jared is a hawk. All right. He's like middle of the road hawk, but he's there. And his wife, she has a much higher. See, Jared is a lower consciousness star. He's 1.5 star. His wife is 6. They're really different. They're really different. I think that's what you have to. Yeah, you see, she's, boom. She's total peace. She's a dove. So that's interesting. So you have that dynamic going. So I have a chart. We're going to look at it real quick. It's going to be the doves against the hawks. I'm just using those terms. Other people use other terms, all right? And you all know who I'm talking about. I would say the Washington establishment in general are hawks. They want war, all right? So I got my scale. Over here is 1 through 100, positive, are the degrees of peace oriented, all right? That's your hawk group. So you can be 50%. You're in the hawk camp. At 10%, you're in the hawk camp or leaning into it. And then -10 to -100%. And that's your degrees of hawkness, all right? How far you're in it. And so what happened was, we'll go back on when Trump won the nomination for the Republicans. Where was he on my index of hawk dove? So he was 20% dove. He's leaning into it. He's a bit dove. Okay, October 1st, he's right in the middle. He's even. He's in the between the two camps. All right. On election night, he's about 10% hawk. All right. How about January 1st? So right there, he's moving. He's 40% hawk, or 50%. He's 50% hawk on January. On Inauguration Day, he's 60, almost 70%. Okay, March 1st, boom. He's 80% hawk. I would say almost 90%. April 1st, he's like 10% hawk. So what happened? What's been happening since election night, in essence? That's pretty dramatic change from leaning dove to extremely hawk. Well, let's go in the future. May 1st. He is 60% hawk. June 1st. Where will Trump be on June 1st? Looks like it's kind of changing. Where's Trump on my hawk? There we go. June 1st, please. He's about -10. That's June 1st. July 1st. July 1st. Boom. He's 60% dub. August 1st. 80% dub. September 1st. He's 100% dub. So look how his consciousness has changed, and you can believe it. He in the last month he's been like, you don't know if the state has trapped him into this thinking, but obviously it has changed, and he's going to change. He's going to swing dramatically back the other way to his original policy. And I think part of it is I just douse that. We'll do it real quick. All right, I'll do it again. We're going to say, okay, who did the attack? We're just curious. All right. And this is the key to everything. I think this is going to change Trump's administration in the future. Watch this. Watch what happens. Okay. Did the Russians do the gas attack in Syria? All right. No. Wait a minute. No. Did Turkey do it? No. Did who else is there? Oh, the U.S. military? No. Israel? No. Who am I missing? Oh, I'm going to mention one in my name, and I'm not going to repeat it. So it's this other group. Yes, I got a yes on that. All right. So that's the yes. And I think what's going to happen, and I doused this earlier, the Russians and others will give Trump intel. I don't think he'll publicly acknowledge it, but he's going to see he was played to force to do this decision. And that's going to start his swing back into the dove camp because he can't trust the U.S. intel he is getting. And until that's cleared up, he's going to be really wary of anything they do. And this is very dramatic. And the group is within the Hawk community in Washington. And that's part of this elaborate. And Trump, I don't know. He might get to a point where he just doesn't care about the consequences anymore. Right now, he kind of like cares what the other side thinks. And he might have a change. When did I say? It starts in May 1st. So it starts right away. He starts drifting. By July 1st, he's going to be radically different in using force to solve his issues. And the Russians may give him space. I mean, usually the Russians would retaliate. There's Russians on the ground. You could have Russian casualties, which they would be hardly any hope of bringing peace about. Anyway, I thought you'd find that interesting. I'll just leave this up for a few days. Thank you. Bye-bye.